Hello everyone, my name is Gunply and today I'll be reviewing this guy, I got this guy from the Gunpla Online Expo that Bandai hosted almost like 2 years ago now. And that's also where I got Quanta Transam Clear from. And just like the Quanta and Freedom before it, it's also another model kit that took me a while to get to. But hey, we're here. So let's take a look at the box. First of all, the box art is a lot different from the original's Real Great Strike Freedom. This guy was made in 2014. This side of the box just has two different poses. The first one is the Real Great Strike Freedom standing there, realizing. And the second pose is Strike Freedom in full burst mode. Now let's check what's inside the box. Let's open it up real quick. And yeah, first we have the Strike Freedom, which looks great by the way, but I just hate that ugly gold that's made out of, although the wings look nice. Next up we get the instruction manual, which is exactly the same as the original one. There's also decal sheets, and I've only used the ones for the shield and the eyes. One thing to note about these exclusive or special edition model kits is that they all come with a card that's supposed to get replacement parts specifically for that model kit. Obviously you can't use it unless you're in Japan, but it's a pretty cool thing to have. And next up we have the accessories. First up we got the RG posable hands. Then we got two open hands, two holding hands, and two fists. We used to get two beam rifles. They look pretty cool. And two beam sabers with two beams. You can combine them together, and he also has a beam shield. Looks pretty cool. To attach his beam saber into the hand, all you gotta do is get the beam saber peg and plug it into the peg hole in the hand. Pretty secure connection. And then you sandwich it down with the rest of the hand. To plug in the beam rifle, it's the same thing, except there's no peg on the beam rifle handle itself to plug into the hand. So you literally just gotta sandwich in there, and to be honest, it's actually a pretty snug fit, so there shouldn't be an issue. To plug in the shield, all you gotta do is remove the red segment on the forearm, plug the shield into there, and plug the red segment back onto the shield. Looks pretty cool. We also have the action-based adapter, which can attach the same way as the Freedom's adapter does, but for some reason this one's more secure. Which can also plug into a 3mm action-based stand. This action-based stand came from the high-grade Jubitive. Starting with head articulation, the head can move up this far and down this far, and is able to move in a full 360 around. One thing about this neck joint that I don't really like is that when you try to make the Strike Freedom look straightforward, it will automatically tilt to its right. I don't know why the molding is not that well done, but it's just not. Also, the face, when it's clear and showing the red behind it, kind of reminds me of the God Gundam in its like powered form or whatever it was called. I actually kind of like it. Arms can move out this far. They can do a full 360. Another thing about the MS joints, the peg for the arm tends to be very tight out of the box, and sometimes it's not molded very well, so the arms will either get stuck on it, or sometimes the arms will actually unpeg themselves just from rotating them, so in that case you gotta shave the end of the peg so that it doesn't do that. Bicep swivel. And a really nice double jointed elbow, and it also has good armor separation. And that elbow piece, the one I'm pointing to, can actually pump off a lot, so I'd recommend putting super glue on it. The wrist connection is just a standard ball joint socket, and the RG hands have the usual flexion and extension of the wrist and opposable fingers. Of course, in a trigger finger 3-finger split, he has this much of an ab crunch, this much of an arc, both of which are very little. Also, the side skirts don't rotate, but they can move out further than the Freedom, allowing you to do kicks like this, and they can move back. Front skirt can move up this far and to the side. Back skirts can move out this far, which is actually pretty far, and they can shift down, but that's for something else, and we'll get to that later. Legs can kick up this far if it goes down the side of the skirt, and this far if it's underneath the skirt. The knee is also double jointed and has really nice armor separation. By the way, the frame of the Strike Freedom is exactly the same as the Freedom's, meaning it has the same posability. Foot can move up this far and down this far. The leg also has the same shin armor shifting gimmick the Freedom has. But unlike the Freedom, this guy has an upward toe movement, and of course downward too. Now onto the backpack. All 4 wings attach to the same type of peg, meaning they can all swivel outwards. The wings can fold in and out. And each wing has 2 segments on it. One of them can swing outwards to give it more of an open appearance. And the wings can open up like this for its full burst mode. Also, these blue things, called dragoons, they can detach from the wing itself. And if you had something that could hold it, it doesn't have any normal attachment points, but if you had something that could hold it, you can have it fly around and stuff. And if you don't know what dragoons are, they're basically like funnels. And if you don't know what those are, funnels, dragoons are basically just remote controlled guns that fly around and shoot people from every direction. Pretty cool. And you can reattach like this. And to reattach the backpack, it's the same as Freedom. Now for the features, we have an opening cockpit with no pilot figure. The shoulders can open up, but they're very annoying to open up on mine specifically, at least the left one. So I'm gonna have to take it off the Gundam itself and then transform it. To transform it, you just gotta pull up on the blue segment while holding the lower half. If it gets stuck, you can separate it with your nails or part separator. And after you do that, you can pull up the red part again with a part separator or your nails and tilt it backwards. And then you can put it back on the Gundam and boom, you got a full burst mode shoulder. Another thing is this guy shares almost the same problems as Freedom, as in loose arms and loose shoulder armor and some other stuff. Forgot to mention the shoulders can actually move forwards like this. And he can pretty much touch his other shoulder. The beam sabers can attach to the side skirts like this. Also, this disc can do a full rotation and it's actually pretty loose. The back skirts can shift down to allow a passageway for the railguns to move backwards, which then allows you to pull out these clips and then you can clip the beam rifles onto the waist clips, allowing you to store the beam rifles on the waist. This guy has pretty much full weapon storage. And to change the beam rifles from storage mode to not storage mode, you got to fold out the handle and extend the barrel. And do the same thing with both rifles. And to put in double beam rifle mode, or whatever it's called, you turn to the left, the back of the right rifle, and enter the barrel of the left rifle into the back of the right rifle. Then you extend the stock of the left rifle, and extend the barrel of the right rifle. And there you go, you got the full combined beam rifle. Here's the Strike Freedom in a pose with the double beam rifle. Now I'm gonna put this guy in his full burst mode. And I forgot to mention you can open up the railguns like this. And there we go! We have Strike Freedom in its full burst mode. Gotta say, I actually really like the look of this kit. It looks a lot better than Freedom in my opinion, and especially like the normal version. I also forgot to mention that we come with a 1/144th scale of Kira Yamato in clear this time, holding his helmet. And if you were to paint the gold inside of it, to actually make it look good, it looked a million times better. But yeah, it's a pretty good looking kit. And it does share similar flaws to the Freedom, where it's like loose arm joints. Actually, that's pretty much it, just really loose arm joints. And the fact that the limbs themselves will actually get looser over time. So that's another problem with it, but it's not that bad. Overall, I'd give this kit like a 3.5 out of 5. Pretty good. Anyway, that'll be it for my review. If you like this video, leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Oh, and I forgot to mention, by the time the video comes out, it'll be my second year on YouTube, even though I've been gone for like a year and a half. But yeah, and actually the channel grew quite a lot since I last uploaded. From what I can remember, like 30 subscribers to 75. God damn, thanks guys. Didn't actually expect to get anywhere near this high. And hopefully the channel keeps growing. So yeah, thanks guys so much for watching, and see you next time.